Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As the title of this video might suggest, today I'm going to be giving you guys a recent history of the Infinity Stones. Marvel just recently announced their next Infinity Stones event, which is going to be Infinite Destinies, so this video is perfect for you to get all caught up on everything you need to know. So the Infinity Stones are fragments of the all-powerful being which created the Marvel Universe. They were scattered throughout the universe and have passed from many hands throughout Marvel history. When all of these stones are assembled, they feed off of each other and provide the user basically ultimate power. You can do anything you want when you're in possession of all of the stones. So bear with me for the rest of this video. That's just a lowdown on the stones, but we're going to be going through a lot of history. It's going to be involving different realities, different time travel stuff going on. The Infinity Stones have passed from many hands throughout the years, from the pet Avengers to Thanos when he used them to wipe out half of the universe. But the time period that I'm actually talking about in this video is from 2015 on, with the recent rebirth of the Infinity Stones. In 2015, Jonathan Hickman's run on Avengers culminated in the event Secret Wars that stretched across all of the Marvel titles. In Secret Wars, every single reality was mashed together by Doctor Doom, which ultimately led to the entire rebirth of the entire Marvel multiverse, including the rebirth of the Infinity Stones. The stones were scattered across the universe and then ignored for a few years. It wouldn't be until 2017, with Jerry Duggan's Guardians of the Galaxy run, with it, they would finally reappear. Captain Marvel found the Reality Stone in another reality, finding out that actually, when the multiverse was reborn, every single Reality Stone was misplaced in another reality. Ultron stole the Soul Stone with plans of galactic domination. Turk Beret, a B-level daredevil supervillain, got hold of the Mind Stone and used it to cheat in gambling. Doctor Strange took hold of the Time Stone, Black Widow found the Space Stone, and the Guardians of the Galaxy discovered that the Power Stone had appeared on a distant alien planet in the form of a huge boulder. The stones went on a huge collision course in the event Infinity Countdown, which was basically a continuation of Jerry Duggan's Guardians run, which ultimately led to Infinity Wars. In Infinity Countdown, word had gotten out about where the humongous Power Stone was, which resulted in a huge showdown with the Fraternity of Raptors, a strange group of space pirates. The Chitauri army, led by Warbringer, and many other groups appeared on the planet in order to try to get hold of the Power Stone. Starlord and the Guardians of the Galaxy were able to figure out that the largeness of the stone was actually just a simulation, so they're able to use their minds to shrink it back down, and then use the power of the stone in order to defeat all of the other enemies. Meanwhile, Adam Warlock, a powerful being created by a group of scientists on Earth, who has a long history with the Infinity Stones, came face to face with Kang, the time-traveling conqueror. Kang warned Adam Warlock about a foreseeable future in which all of Earth's mightiest heroes die and the universe is basically destroyed. So eager to try to prevent that from happening, Adam flew off to try to find the Soul Stone. At the time, it was in the possession of Ultron, who was on another planet scheming for galactic destruction. With the help of Silver Surfer and Galactus, Adam Warlock was able to take down Ultron in a giant battle and finally take hold of the Soul Stone. Adam then learned that the Guardians of the Galaxy were in possession of the Power Stone, so he met them on the planet Obladus. Gamora had been eager to get hold of the Soul Stone for a long time, because a piece of her was still trapped inside of it from when she used to live there. A fight ensued when she tried to take the stone from Adam Warlock, which ultimately led to Drax getting a hold of the Soul Stone and seeing that dark future that Kang had shown Adam Warlock earlier. He then decided that it was best for the stone to be kept away from Gamora in order to prevent that future, and so Drax decided to go off with Adam Warlock to try to protect the Soul Stone. In the final issue of Infinity Countdown, Doctor Strange telepathically reaches out to all of the different people who had been in possession of the Infinity Stones, hoping to call together a new Infinity Watch so that they could keep these stones out of the hands of evil villains like Thanos and anyone else who might want to bring them together with bad intentions. While preparations for that Infinity Watch meeting happen all around the universe, Gamora sets off on her own side quest. She's fixated still on getting that part of her that's still trapped inside the Soul Stone, so she forces a troll to craft her a set of armor. She then traveled to the planet Chitauri, which Thanos had recently conquered. She knew that he was also scheming to assemble the stone, so she figured that it would be a good idea to take out a potential adversary. She actually succeeded in murdering him, which is a big turning point in Marvel history. Thanos has actually not been resurrected since then, and this happened in 2018. He's only appeared in the Eternals run recently for some reason without any explanation. Adam Warlock meets with Doctor Strange, hoping to take hold of the Time Stone to bring back to Kang. Doctor Strange refuses, but after peering into another dimension, they discover Devondra, a soul-eating monster capable of universal destruction that's contained inside of the Soul Stone. When the Infinity Watch meeting finally rolls around, every single person in possession of an Infinity Stone shows up in New York City at the destination that they had agreed on. As you might expect, things go badly quickly. Gamora had heard about the location of this meeting, and still eager to get a hold of the Soul Stone to find that piece of her trapped inside of it, she shows up to try to assemble the stones and take them from their bearers. This results in a big fight with the Avengers and many other heroes showing up to try to stop Gamora. When Starlord tries to peacefully reason with her, she stabs him with her sword, seemingly killing him. But then, of course, Doctor Strange immediately goes back the next issue and uses his time stone to save him, which is a pretty disappointing cliffhanger. For whatever reason, Starlord almost dying in Marvel Comics has been a reoccurring theme for the last few years. It happened in Infinity Wars, and then again just a year later in Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy run, and in Al Ewing's Guardians of the Galaxy run just a few months ago. I don't know why people are so obsessed with teasing people about Star-Lord's death but not actually making it happen though. Next time he dies, I probably won't even be worried because I'm sure he's gonna come back. He might as well be immortal at this point. So I'm thinking a crazy cliffhanger could be Gamora killing Star-Lord. Oh wow, are you sure about that? Yeah, it'll be quite a twist. That's a big deal, Jerry. No, it's really no big deal. You're just gonna kill off Star-Lord? Well, first you have to approve it. I can't believe you'd do that! Killed by his own teammate! Are you crying? No. Don't worry, we'll bring him back sometime. In the next issue? Long story short, after a long battle, Gamora finally manages to actually take hold of every single Infinity Stone, completing the circuit, and then she of course uses their power to take back the part of her that was trapped inside of the Soul Stone. But the stones make her aware of the looming threat of Devondra, so she decides to keep them for the time being in hopes of stopping it. After using the Reality Stone to look into another reality in which the heroes defeat her, Gamora decides to use her power to fold the universe in half and contain it fully within the Soul Stone. This was similar to what Thanos did when he snapped half of the universe out of existence, except Gamora basically merged half of the universe with the other. This didn't actually contribute to the storyline very much, but it made for some pretty cool mashup characters like Iron Hammer and Arachnite, who were explored more in tie-ins to the Infinity Wars event. Meanwhile, Loki had been searching for his place in the universe. He reasonably wanted to know why he always lost his fights over all the heroes he had fought over the years. Loki had heard of Gamora assembling all of the Infinity Stones, and so he reached out to her to offer counsel on how to use the stones to defeat Devondra, but he secretly wanted to assemble them himself in order to discover his future. Gamora turns him down and exiles him into the Soul World, and among all of the warped heroes, Loki formed a plan to take down Gamora. He figured out that Gamora had basically copied the entire Marvel Universe into the Soul Stone, meaning that there was a whole nother set of Infinity Stones within this world. Loki managed to retrieve a Power Stone and then used it to go around and unmask different heroes, ending up with a misfit group of heroes that included the Hulk, Kang, Miss Marvel, Emma Frost, and Ant-Man. They used the stones to exit the Soul Stone and come back into the regular Marvel Universe. Infinity Stones only work in the reality that they come from, so once they were back in the regular Marvel Universe, those stones from the Soul Stone world were absolutely useless. Confronting Gamora, Kang managed to distract her by duplicating himself, while all of the members of the team managed to steal the stones behind Gamora's back. But little did they know that they had been pawns in Loki's game the whole time. Loki went around congratulating his teammates, secretly pickpocketing the stones that they were each carrying. Before anyone could stop him, Loki used the power of the Infinity Stones to travel to a place beyond the edge of the universe that nobody had ever been before. Here he found a group of giant beings who seemed to maybe be responsible for his fate. They pointed him towards a dark mirror where his future was held. We didn't actually see what that future was, of course, because that would just be spoiling Loki's entire story arc, but we only saw his reaction, and he was laughing at the future that he saw. So completely fulfilled, Loki used the stones to go back into the regular Marvel Universe, and he gave them back to all of the heroes that had had them before and just took off. Without their leader, the team used the stones to go back into the Soul Stone to aid in the fight against Devondra. The Hulk single-handedly used his Space Stone to suck the creature into a mini black hole. Devondra had been a big part of the story up to this point, but her ending was very quick, with the Hulk just taking her down immediately. Every hero entrusted their stone to Warlock, granting him the infinite infinite power. Adam used his power to unmash all of the heroes and transfer them back into the regular Marvel Universe, but still allowed this universe of warped, mashed up heroes to still live on within the Soul Stone. Drax did have to stay behind in the Soul Stone in order for everything to be restored, but he was very shortly brought back in Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy run, so that's barely even worth mentioning. Finally, in hopes of preventing future Infinity Wars like this one, Adam Warlock used his power to grant each stone a soul of its own, giving them the ability to travel to whichever host they choose. The Time Stone went to a wrongfully convicted prisoner on death row. The Reality Stone went to Captain Marvel's nemesis Star. Not all the stones have even appeared since the end of Infinity Wars, and it's been a couple of years since Marvel has put out anything specifically centering around them. But now that's happening, and that's the reason I wanted to make this video. Infinite Destinies starts this June, and it's Marvel's plan for the Infinity Stones. It's going to be a series of annuals spanning from June all the way to August, across the whole Marvel Universe, finally revealing all of these different hosts that the stones have gone to. I made a whole separate video talking about that event, so check that out if you want some more information. So there's the recent history of the Infinity Stones. You're all caught up on everything you need to know in order to read Infinite Destinies, or if you're not going to read it, you just have some more knowledge about the Marvel Universe. A lot of time went into this video rereading all of these comics. I got them when they actually came out, except had to reread them for this video to refresh my memory. So if you did like it at all, or if you got a good amount of information from it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the notifications bell, which is sitting right next to it. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So that's everything for me for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.